Good morning, Stackers. Here's a Monday morning market update. Silver, gold. We'll look at Bitcoin and crypto too with me, Joe Main. Brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com, and Stormrake, stormrake.com, your full-service cryptocurrency brokerage. Sign up with my link somewhere. 2% brokerage fees for life. Let's do a synchronized slurp. 3, 2, 1, go. Good to see you on a Monday morning, Monday the 18th of August, 2025. Here is silver on the daily time frame price in USD, $38.10 using the tradingview.com website. As we have been speaking about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential A, B, C down to there. My bias has been down to, or been saying we might head down to between $34 up to anywhere about $35.30 roughly. We have been talking about the fact that we just made a slightly higher high on the daily time frame, so it looks like it might be invalidated at this stage. While we are above $37.50 right here, show you on the 4-hour time frame. Above here, up we go next. So far, it looks like we're heading onwards and upwards for silver, so congratulations. If we do start closing daily, I'd say, timeframes below $37.50, then more downside to come. So great to see. And great is a subjective term, because great could be you've done all your precious metals buying and you only want to see the price go up. But, you know, some people are wanting to purchase at lower prices to, lower their dollar cost average. You might actually be wanting to see that dip. So good news? I don't know. But if it does break below that 37.50, yeah, then more downside to come. Where could you get down to? Well, this would still be in play, anywhere down to that sort of 35.30 to 34 mark. At this stage, invalidated. So it looks like balance of probability, more than 50% chance we're heading onwards and upwards now. Okay, congratulations to everyone, and we all know where silver is going in the long term. Anyway, hit the big red subscribe button to stay updated. I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. Here is gold. Gold on the 4-hour. Sure, price in USD, $3,346 while we are below 3,355. I say no new all-time high for gold coming anytime soon. Basically, as soon as we sort of flip that 3,355 area, I will say new all-time high for gold coming really, really soon, in just a matter of mere weeks, not months and months and months down the track. So look, a bit of a dip, but look, we're still in that symmetrical triangle range, so no problem. That's fine. We've been ranging for ages. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? It's like, make a decision either way. Please and thanks. What I want to see is the following, then break out through there. Of course, breaking through that downtrend line is perfect, okay? And then doing something like that, and then we'll go chef's kiss onwards and upwards, and we'll make a new all-time high in gold really soon after that if we do that. And obviously breaking down below here, as we've been talking about, through this uptrend line, not preferable. I will be happy for a fake out here. Fine, fake us out there and then go ha, and then back up through, no problem. We just don't want to see the following. You don't want to see that. Any rejection or major resistance here at 3,265-ish, not good, okay? But look, in general, if I think silver is more looking likely we head in the upward direction, I'd have to say that of gold, because they tend to track with each other over time. So probably more so looking positive for gold, okay? It's probably more like this kind of thing than that kind of thing, okay? So I'll say more than 50% chance. Good for gold. Cool. That's my humble non-financial advice opinion. Here is platinum. Platinum still ranging, not doing a lot. $1,350, still out of the best buy zone from this low and this high. Great to see it out of there, but we just got to clear that 1,430 once again. Just get out of that area there, and then we'll talk Turkey and higher prices for platinum over the longer term. As you know, very bullish for platinum. It will be breaking the all-time high soonish. I can't give you an exact time frame. Price goes up and down, but we will eventually break the $2,300 level, and then we'll be onto price discovery. We'll do a separate video one day about how high platinum can go, but it's looking good over the longer term. All right, this is just the little blips along the way, the little zigs and zags, ups and downs, and let's just not break down through this level here. Breaking down through roughly $1,200 would suggest, okay, potential even lower prices to come, but we've spent a little bit of time in this zone right here. We just need to remain above it. That's pretty much all you need to know for platinum as well. Let's do a quick little copper check. I am now adding copper to the regular routine. Copper here is at $4.55, still hanging around where it's been hanging around for the last couple of weeks or so. We had that big move off of $6, breaking back then all the way down to the zag zone from we're taking it from this low and that high. The great news is that we have yet to, and we haven't broken through that $4.20 area. Okay, so on balance of probability, it's looking pretty good for copper, I would suggest. And then if we take a quick look at the copper miners index as a potential canary in the coal mine for the copper price, and really, if you want to get into copper, you can buy physical copper. I don't really recommend it. It's probably better to be in something like the COPX. This is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Not financial advice, do your own research. But it's holding up really, really well versus the physical metal. If I just get rid of all that for you, look at that. So look at the difference between copper on this is on the weekly time frame. So here's copper on the weekly, and then here's COPX on the weekly. So it's doing quite well, holding up really, really well versus the copper spot price. So that's a way to get into, as I said, way to get exposure to copper is through some kind of individual miner. But if you don't want to take that risk, think about the COPX, okay? And I've been in that position since about, I think it was $42, something like that. So I'm currently up in the position. It's currently making a higher high on the weekly time frame. What we just wanted to do is remain above there and then preferably pivot up a decently higher. I would love to see it break that 48.90 roughly. That would be really good news. Okay, break that previous resistance. There you go, that blue line break through there. And pretty much, I would say, sky's the limit. I mean, I would pretty much say you'd be coming up to test the all-time high, and what happens when we get to the all-time high, we'll find out, but it's looking really good, I think, for copper miners in particular. So that's all the precious metals. If you want to buy precious metals, which I know you do, because you stack precious metals, don't you? Well, you should head over to Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia. Why? Well, they have great prices. They price match all the other big competitors as well, and they are they were the first business in all of Australia, first bullion business to give you free shipping. When you bought any kind of dollar value or quantity value, it's based on a quantity value, okay? So you don't have to spend $10,000 to get free shipping. You can just spend or have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, instant free shipping, Australia-wide, express delivery, sign-on delivery, all that other great stuff, except you don't pay for it. Now, when I say instant delivery, I mean you get the instantly you see the free shipping option. Sometimes, however, though, they do ship out on the same day if you can make payment in the same day too. So sometimes it's almost instant free shipping too. This is how good they are. perthbullion.com.au. Let's get to Bitcoin and crypto. Let's take a look. Interesting where we are at the moment with the crypto. Okay. It's time to just get a little bit defensive, okay, with crypto. Let me show you right here. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, price in USD, 116,000, okay, 260. Look, price go up, price go down. We did talk about the fact that we broke up through. We made a new all-time high just a few days ago, sort of late last week, and as I've been learning and as I've been telling you guys as well, you break resistance or you break support for one of two reasons. It's either to continue that trend, so you break out of that previous all-time high. If it breaks out and then it's to continue the trend, or it's to fake you out and to fake people and to grab liquidity. So people who placed trades here, for example, and they have their stop loss here, the market goes, you think I'm going to pay out $1 gajillion to you? No, thank you. I think I'm just going to take your liquidity here, and then we're just going to have a bit of a move down, okay? That's what it likes to do. It likes to fake you out, to shake you out. So far, that has been achieved. On balance of probability, the fact that we are in the zag zone at the moment, let me see, I'll get that for you again from, now I have to change that actually. So I can't take it from this low and this high. I now have to take it from that low and that high. And unfortunately, okay, bad news bears for everybody. There we have now broken through the new zag zone. So not looking great, okay? I would suggest, you would bare minimum need the $114,600 mark to hold, but on balance of probability, it's more likely that we see a break of the $112,000 mark since we've broken through here. Look, what would be great, obviously, let's just fake us out and get everyone on the wrong side and just come to see that spike right there. Isn't that interesting how that lines up exactly? So if I just show you that and go back a little bit, there you go. That lines up perfectly with that spike. So sure, fake us out here, get everybody on the wrong side, and then I go, haha, sucked in, and we're all the way back through again. That would be lovely. Please and thanks. But yeah, breaking through that 112, not good. I'd say you'd really want a double bottom there, but yeah, more likely that you could be taken out and then down further. Where could we go down further? Let's see, we would have to take it from, okay, so if it's not correcting just this low, then it'll be correcting a larger move. So then you have to go, where's the next daily pivot? You have to say it's probably here. So then you might be correcting this following move, which we are, yeah, okay. Yeah, you could pretend that's the potential double bottom right there. So yeah, you could be correcting that move, so no lower than that 112, which is that previous support. What you would want to see on the relative strength index as a pairing against the fiat price is some kind of double bottom there, and then some kind of higher high on the relative strength index. So I move that up for you so you can see a little better. What you'd love to see if we are coming down to here is right here, bottoming here, but then on the relative strength index, it's bottoming a little bit higher. So then what it's doing is making a higher low on the relative strength index and an equal low on the fiat dollar price, and that would serve to be some kind of medium strength bullish divergence. That would be preferable. Okay, but then breaking through 112, oh yeah, you would be then probably correcting an even larger move, which it might be this one here. And then that puts you, let's see, into that zone right there. So no lower than about $108,000. But let's just start preferably with that first one where we where we find resistance at, find support, right there at that 114,600. Please and thank you. That would be nice. That's general Bitcoin, but yeah, lower prices coming, okay? We just don't know down to where exactly. If I show you others, the altcoin market, I won't do individual crypto. I'll do some individual crypto on my X channel, x.com/itsjoemain. I'll do things like Toshi or ZBCN, XRP, for example. I'll take a look at some individuals, and if you have any requests, let me know. But here is the general altcoin market on the 4-hour time frame. $300 billion market cap for others, okay? The full crypto market minus the top 10. Ooh, that's not great. Okay, so now if we take it from, I'm going to have to change this up a little bit. So I'll take it from this low and this high. Why is it there? Right there. Yep, okay. Cool, looks like we might have a head and shoulders pattern playing out right here. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and from this low and this high, you've got the bottom end right there of the zag zone, and that's sitting at previous support, previous resistance. Okay, so is it a resistance support flip? It just took a really long time to do it, okay, because it actually never retested it. It didn't retest it. Generally, not always, but generally when you break out of a resistance level, you come back to test it as support. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes it can happen over a longer time frame. Okay, potential head and shoulders here. So that's down to your 280 billion, 282, I guess technically. It would also be lining up perfectly with this uptrend line as well. So 280 billion-ish is your big line in the sand you do not want to cross for crypto. Otherwise, bad news bears. Okay, bad. But yeah, watch out anywhere down to like that 280. That would actually be playing out that head and shoulders pretty well. You'd want to see that bounce really quick smart. So that's all I really have to say. A bounce here at 298 billion right here would be good. Just bounce off that the top end of the zag zone. So that's still a play. It doesn't mean it's absolutely heading down from here. Okay, this is just the thing you need to watch out for. That needs to hold really quickly. That where we are right now, around about 298 billion, and you'd want to break back above about whatever that is. That's 310 billion roughly, in order to say that this head and shoulders is invalidated. At the moment, it's playing out. It would confirm it by breaking the neckline, and the neckline happens to sit at the 0.5 Fibonacci at the 290 billion. So break 290 billion, then you're definitely heading to 280 billion. Okay. Just want to see that bounce, and then obviously breaking back above here, do something like that. That would invalidate the head and shoulders pattern. Then we'll talk higher prices. But at this stage, balance of probability, more than a 50% chance we're heading further down in crypto at the moment. I will do individual crypto on the X channel, x.com/ it's Joe Main. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to take a look at. And of course, I really want you to take a look at Stormrake, stormrake.com. If you're a crypto native, you need a stormrake.com account, okay? If you're not a crypto native, you're getting into it for the first time, or if you're trying to get, as a crypto native, you're trying to get your friends and family into crypto, they need a Stormrake account. Why? Now, as a crypto native, you need access to huge liquidity. Why? Well, because you're in this to be an absolute gajillionaire, right? Imagine the time, maybe it's happened to you previously, where you were a paper millionaire once, but you didn't take your profits. I've heard of many people that being the case in previous crypto cycles. If when you're a crypto millionaire, or you could be even a decamillionaire, who knows, you need access to huge amounts of liquidity. You want to get out, you can't just sell your crypto on exchanges if you've got a hell of a lot of it. You'd have to do it over a long period of time and just a little bit at a time. And what's the price doing at that time? It could be going up, but it also could be going down. If you want to get out quickly, you need access to big liquidity straight away, so you can do it in just a few short days. Okay, this is where a crypto brokerage like Stormrake.com comes into play. I would highly suggest, as a crypto native, at least sign up for an account. Okay, it's free to join, and if you sign up with my link here, you get an instant 33% discount off their normal brokerage fees. They'll normally charge you 3%, which is actually a really good deal. Okay, it's amazing to get access to huge liquidity. No hidden fees either. They're not going to screw you over on the hidden buy and sell spreads. Now, as a crypto native, you know what I'm talking about there. If you go to like Coinbase or some of those other ones, they say, oh, our fees are XYZ. Yeah, but they're adding more in the buy and sell spread fees. There's no buy and sell spread fees with Stormrake.com. It's just a flat fee. Now, again, you can join for 3% through their website, or join with my link, 2% for the life of the account. Now, that's as a crypto native. As someone who is a non-crypto person, you want them to just be able to do it easy. So give the gift of Stormrake, stormrake.com, to your friends and family as well, because you know there's going to be time where every man and his dog wants to get into crypto, and do you want them bothering you? Okay, or are they going to ask you to do it for them? Well, you can't buy it for them because there's your own tax implications. So give them the gift of Stormrake, stormrake.com, 2% brokerage fees for the life of the account. It is well worth the full service that Stormrake.com provide. You don't have to lift a finger except picking up the phone or sending an email and saying, this is the crypto you want to buy or sell, and the amount that in which you want to buy or sell it, and they handle the rest. Okay, stormrake.com. Let's do a synchronized slurp to end the show. I go live on Tuesdays and on Thursdays and everything else I do in between here on Good Morning Stackers. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Join me live tomorrow. Get your comments in and your questions, your replies, etc. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you soon.